All right, so we have the amazing Kimberly Springer here, a friend and a client of mine. We were training together now for 4 months.
Hmm.
So I know before we started, there was a lot going on, the COVID lockdown, and a lot of, I guess, steering away from good habits. So what is it that you went through before? Like, what were your struggles, and what has changed since we started this program?
Okay, so I would say in 2019, I was pretty good at working out on my own in
Mm.
terms of cardio, but I didn't want to do any weightlifting, and it's part of laziness, right? To be honest, I was just lazy back then. January 2020 hit, and I think I lacked the discipline and accountability to continue with working out, and that's kind of where you came in July 1st. And through you, I was able to get the accountability partner that I needed to really know how to work out properly, how to eat healthy, and how to lose. For me, what was the biggest thing at the time was fat loss.
Mm, got you. Okay, so before, because you're working out before, and I know you had mentioned to me that like you had a coach in the past, you got, you had results and things like that, like your body changed. But I also remember you telling me you had a bad experience, but we won't go back there.
Hmm.
But like, what happened? Like, what do you think led to putting the weight back on, and like, what was the struggle that kind of prevented you from taking it off on your own? Because obviously you've had experience with losing it and then putting it back on. So what do you think happened there?
I think it's just a lack of discipline, right? So I
Mm,
started working a job that is quite busy during certain seasons, quarterly. And, now for me, I guess why I took back up doing the health journey is because I'm working from home. So I have a lot of flexibility in order to ensure that I'm able to exercise and do what I need to do. But I think anything that you want, you have to work very hard at it. And I was ready this time to really make a change when I saw how much weight I gained. And it was a number I've never seen in my life. So it's just a lack of discipline before, right? It's just like I just started eating things that I just wanted, right? It was wanted but didn't need.
mm, got you. So you would say like the biggest takeaway was having that discipline where you couldn't like do whatever you wanted. The accountability now was there to prevent you from kind of going off track. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. Discipline.
Okay, awesome. So now let's talk about the results, because that's all most people don't care about all that stuff. They just want to hear like, okay, what did you get out of all this? So what was your weight when we first started, and what is it as of today?
Okay, so when we started, my weight was 220 pounds.
220,
And as of today, I'm 176.
176. So how much pounds is that and how long?
So 44 pounds I lost in 4 months.
4 months. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
How much pounds in 4 months?
44.
44
I know
pounds.
I'm a little surprised myself, but that's the discipline, right? Once you put in discipline, you're able to do anything.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's true. So I know, like during this journey, there was a lot of like unbelief. There was a lot of worry. There's a lot of fear. I could definitely sense that. I know a lot of it has to do with just your high standard for yourself. What do you think about just doing this? Kind of prevented you from overcoming that fear and just continuing on the path, anyways? Because a lot of people, before I even let you answer. A lot of people struggle with that. They'll start something after like a few weeks, see some results, and then it stalls a little bit, and then they're just like, "Oh my gosh, like this isn't gonna work," and then they go back to old habits. What do you think stopped you from doing that?
I think it's being organized for me, having a schedule of what I'm supposed to do each day, even though I didn't always do the workouts every day. I
Mm,
think seeing the results from the very beginning, like, within the first day, I know it's water weight, but you're losing 2 or 3 pounds, right? And that kind of keeps you motivated. As we go along, it gets a little bit more difficult, but you know that there's certain goals that you want to reach, for example, every 2 weeks or every month. So having organizational skills and really scheduling in the time to do what you need to do is what kind of motivated me to stay committed.
got you. Okay, that's awesome. So now, in terms of the actual like physical changes, like your energy, your body composition, just how you, I guess, relate to other people and people. like say like things that people have said? Like, what has that been like?
So a lot of people said, "Whoa, your face looks smaller," right? So people have seen definitely the changes in my body. I think as well my waist. That's something that has changed significantly compared to when I was working out by myself. My waist
Mm.
definitely got a lot smaller.
Oh wow.
Um, Clearer mind. I've always been an early sleeper, but I think I can think more clearly and more quick on my feet.
Oh, got you. So you're more like sharp.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, and that's the benefit of actually like not just focusing on losing weight, right? But actually focusing on health overall, like holistically.
Correct, like the emotional well-being. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So, what would you say to someone that, they want to make a change, they want to get started with my program, because a lot of people, they see the transformation, they see these videos and they're like, I'm still resistant, and for me, because you already know my passion for changing lives. It
Mm-hmm.
comes from my heart. I really want to make change. So, what would you say to anyone that's on the fence about getting started with this program?
I would say just get started. Jerome is an amazing coach. He gives you one-on-one attention, anything that you need. You have a community of people, so it's not only myself, but other persons who are part of it who can help you when it comes down to whether it's how to exercise, how to cook certain foods. So it's just, there's no right time to really get started. It's just, I need to do it and just get started. Like even when I started with you, right? I was like, okay, we'll start next week. And you're like, no, we're gonna start tomorrow. So I had to make sure that night that I ate my last cup of ice cream because I knew the next day I was starting. So
Right.
just get
Wow.
started. If you want to make a change, just get started.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's amazing. Because it's funny because like anytime people are like, oh, you know what, can we do this next week? I'm like, I would fire me immediately if you like, you know what I mean, like from the perspective of you wanting to have someone hold you accountable. And imagine if I'm just like, yeah, sure, I would fire me if I were you, right? So that's exactly why I like to instill those values that it's not a tomorrow's another day mindset. It's a let's take advantage of today. Whatever happens today,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get you to where you want to be tomorrow. So I really appreciate you coming on for this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll be
Uh,
back. I'll be back in a few months, and I'm looking forward to bringing on, some of my family members as well. So look out for
oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's gonna change the whole Springer family.
that. I hope.
That's awesome. All right, so we'll talk soon, all right?
All right. Bye.
All right.